Welcome to Many Roads, No Rules. My name is Adriana, and stress was a friend I didn't need in my life anymore. So I decided to take the path to peace. Come with me. Let's go smell the roses together. Hi! If you are familiar with our channel, you know I have been here in Param for a couple of weeks now, waiting for an appointment that is upcoming. And you know that I live here in my minivan and that I like to be kind of alone unless I am with people that I know, like my friends. But in general, I like my privacy. And there were a couple of days where it was extremely cold and extremely windy, but it happened all around the country, as I understand, a huge polar vortex that made it very difficult for everybody. So I was happy staying inside. I did a lot of work. I managed my time. That was good. To my surprise, something changed yesterday. I heard a voice about 9 a.m. or so, a man shouting, "Hello, hello, hello," close to my van. So I did pop up my head through this divider. I cracked the window just a little bit, and I had this weird conversation with this person. Apparently, they do run, according to his words, they do run a census in the whole state of Nevada once a year, looking for people who are homeless. And I did explain to him that I don't consider myself homeless because I do not use the estate resources. I do not ask anybody to help me. I manage my own economy. I don't need the estate to give me anything for free. I don't want to put that burden on the estate. So I don't need them. And because of that, in that sense, I don't consider myself homeless for them. We are technically and legally homeless. I could put the address of my son, who lives in Minnesota, but that would be a lie because I don't live with him. I live here. So that kind of thing, the legality of these things is what is at play here. When you do this type of life, you are legally homeless. That doesn't mean that you act as a homeless person who needs help. I understand these people come out on the day after a big freeze. We had a snow here. It was beautiful to see, unusual, and it was really cold at night. But I am well prepared. I didn't have a problem with that. But this person insists on treating me as a homeless person, like resourceless person. That is a word I would like to see more out there, because it would be nice if they ask you, are you resourceless? No, I am self-sufficient. That would make a big difference. In any case, the guy wouldn't go away. I was starting to worry a lot. The other guy that was with him brought his car in and parked next to my van, and I was really anxious at that point because I thought it was too much. Two guys confronting a a woman that is alone. I understand why some people do have weapons. If I had one, a plastic one, I would go like, "What part of no you don't understand?" That kind of thing. So, but my way of trying to keep in control of the situation was to turn on the camera. So without him noticing, I put in video all our interaction. So at that point, when these two guys were not going away, I started getting really anxious. They wanted to give me goodies, as they said, and he kept insisting that that is the way they get funds. Now, to me, that is inappropriate, because if you tell me you're going to use my name to obtain funds for your organization, and I am telling you I don't want to use resources, so it's kind of conflicting, but I think it is borderline fraudulent that they use numbers to make them bigger, and it didn't make any sense. So today I found a solution to my upset state, and at the end of the video I am going to show you the solution with a couple of interesting concepts and clarifications that affect you too. If you're living in a van of any kind, they do affect you. So now you will know a magical word that I used with him to diffuse the situation with him while I was still in this very anxious state, and something I did today that actually opens resources for all of us. Even if we don't want to use some of those resources, I think some of them will be very useful. And I never heard of this before. So let me share with you first the conversation we had with this guy that was very unnerving to me, and what I did today that I think you're going to enjoy. So let's go to the conversation with him first.
And this helps us with our funding because we're a non-profit organization.
Oh, I see.
We also do notable abuse. We help domestic violence.
Okay.
And we also outreach to the community.
Okay.
Okay, just 1 second.
No, as I said,
Thank you.
I don't want to use public services because I am not a homeless person.
Okay. Have you, in the past 3 years, have you ever been homeless, stayed on the street?
No.
And how long have you stayed in your car in this situation? 1 week?
Here, yeah, a couple of weeks.
And that's just my son, don't worry.
Okay.
How long have you been in the community of Pahrump? Months, weeks?
A couple of weeks.
Before living in Pahrump, where did you live? Same state, same city?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. The reason why you're choosing here, is it anything related to COVID?
No.
Are you here because of the cause of a natural disaster, flood?
No.
Hurricane? Do you suffer from substance abuse?
No.
Thank God. Do you have a chronic health condition?
Nope.
Any mental disorders?
Nope.
My son does. It's hard. I divorced his mom for the same reason, and then he caught it. But he's good though. He wants to give you some stuff.
Yeah, but I'm okay. I don't need anything. Thank you.
Okay. She doesn't want the bag. She doesn't want the bag. Do you have a physical disability?
No.
Turn off the car. I can hear. Do you have a physical disability? Do you have a developmental disability?
No.
Do you receive disability?
No.
Do you have AIDS or HIV illness?
No.
Are you currently fleeing a domestic violence?
No.
Are you a veteran?
No.
This helps us very much with our funding. Like I said, we're a non-profit organization. Please feel free. I can leave you a card.
No. Well, yeah. Give it to me, just in case. Thank you.
We give a lot of. We have a lot of cooking items, jackets, sweaters, blankets.
Again, I am not that kind of. But it is important for me that you understand.
No, I do. We accept donations too. Yeah, we accept donations. He wants the donation.
I understand. I am a tourist.
Nice.
So just that.
Nice.
I don't want to use public services because that would put a burden on public services that happily I don't need that.
Don't need it come in, and we don't refuse them anyways. But we want it to go to the right people.
Right.
We want everything.
So
to go
I
yes.
thank you. I thank you for doing that. I can see some people that have been here for a long time.
Yes.
I do understand your point, but don't worry about me.
Yeah, no,
I'm fine.
We don't. We just reach out once a year. We do a census for
the
whole.
Okay.
We're doing it. We're the team for our Pahrump, but we're doing it in the whole state. We report so we can get our funding.
I see.
That's all. No, we're not gonna be coming here checking up on you.
Okay.
None of that.
Right.
None of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You have a great day. Thank you. And before we go into the solution I found today, please subscribe to the channel if you're new and ring the notification bell so every time I find things that may be interesting, you will get to know first. Thank you. So this is what I did. After thinking about it, ruminating for almost 24 hours, today I decided, okay, I have to go to town anyway to pick up some things, and I am going to go to see this lady, Jessica Barlow, because he gave me her card, and to me that was strange too, because he doesn't have a card of his own. He gives me someone else's card. I don't know. So, but I went there. And since I was not sure what I was going to meet with, what situation I was going to find there, I decided to video our conversation. And she was very kind, and she took her time to explain. So I'm going to show you what she told me. And I think it is so interesting, because at the end of our conversation, she was so kind, amazing. I referred her to Home on Wheels Alliance, so she is prepared, because in April they will be in Pahrump holding an event. So I guess it's going to be a lot of campers here in BLM land in Pahrump, and she didn't even know. So I referred her to the Homes on Wheels Alliance, so she knows about this a little bit, because maybe she is going to be interested in talking with them. But this is the conversation we had with her. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jessica.
Yes.
Good morning. My name is Adriana. So I am camping in BLM land.
Okay.
And he stops by my campsite.
These guys? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But he walks into my campsite.
Okay.
Which is, I felt, as a solo female, I felt threatened.
Sure.
And I explained to him that I am a tourist and I am just camping there.
Sure.
I am not homeless.
By state guidelines, you're considered off-grid. without running water, electric hookups, things like that. So you're considered off-grid or unsheltered, meaning that you're not living in a stabilized shelter. You're living in a vehicle, which qualifies in the state of Nevada as somebody who woke up that morning unsheltered. So it does qualify in our homeless count. You per se are more of an off-grid, it sounds like.
Right.
But it's the same thing, off-grid, unsheltered, homeless. What we do is we submit a count. We get your name or a number or some kind of identifying thing, like a license if you want, or a first initial something. And when we put it into our application, it pinpoints exactly where we were when we got it, or like off the ping tower. So we're pinging between here, right? When we submit those, it shows the need for homeless funding here in Nye County. So what we do
But
is...
you're counting tourists.
No.
Because I am a tourist.
Okay, that's fine, but we're counting unsheltered humans. And if you so it's called a point in time count. So what we're trying to do, it would start on the night of the 23rd through the 24th. We want to know at that, and everybody in the state of Nevada went out at that exact day. We want to know at that exact day how many people woke up in our county unsheltered. You count because you're in our county and you're unsheltered.
Do you go to RV parks?
RV parks are hooked up to water, sewage, and have all of the amenities that would be considered no longer unsheltered because they're not living without water, sewer. So we would do anybody who is living in an outside encampment, anybody who's in a tent, everybody that's living in a vehicle outside there, anybody who's just literally sleeping on a sidewalk or...
So you go to any person that is on BLM land, basically.
All over prompt. I hit the Walmart parking lot. And then what we do is we submit that final number. The only reason we get an identifying object, it could have been initials, or we do that so that we don't duplicate our count. Because then we send it into HUD housing, and that helps identify how many homeless housing vouchers we get, how many, what kind of funding we can get from the government for things like, let's say if you were here and you had an accident or something happened and you were having trouble getting back out of prom or something like that. Like,
I have AAA, I have health insurance, I have everything. I don't need anything.
To the rules. So, and there are several people that live off grid up there like that.
But
they have all their ID, they have their social security, they have things like that. So in there, we can identify in the notes, like states that she has all her vital documents, insurance, and is simply touring,
Right.
So we can put that in the notes. That's fine. And we usually do. We notate those things. This person says, like, I had a couple people that, hey, we're just passing through, been here 2 weeks, probably stay another 2, and off we go. Notate that. States they are just passing through. That. So, and I met another gal that works too. She works from her. She lives in her van. She works online.
Yeah.
She had hotspot, so she had the whole shebang.
Exactly.
And that's what I did. I just put works from van.
I don't know if you did.
Wanders from place to place. Never lost. I put, just like she told me.
Okay.
Because I wander, but I'm never lost. So he probably notated that. I'll double check it.
It's 2 guys coming to my place.
Sure. And I can understand how that.
It was really overwhelming to me.
Yep. So and then even if you didn't talk to them or answer no to all that, they would still count you just as somebody they could visualize anyway. And it is the right way to do the count because at this point in time, you're somebody literally residing in our county for the moment, even if it's temporary,
Right.
It's a point in time count. We don't want to know how long you've been here. Have you been here less than 6 months? We want to know at this
How
exact
often
point
do you
in
do
time.
that?
Once a year, yep. And then we submit those numbers. Like last year, I counted 170 structures or people. We submit that to show that, like, hey, we do need county funding. Right now, we're trying to get a village for the people that are actually out there that are homeless, that are veterans and seniors that can't afford to live. Because now they're selling a studio out here for $1,000 a month to rent.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. We
I
know
have
that.
seniors that are veterans that making $800 a month. How's anybody supposed to live like that?
That's
Anybody
true.
on minimum wage can't afford that. If you have one kid, you can't afford that. So we identify that, hey, look, we have a huge problem. We've got these people in this youth category. We've got these veterans. We've got seniors. These people are living off grid because there's not the right funding and there's no control over the rental market.
I thank you.
They were being honest.
I thank you for explaining all of that.
Yeah.
I really needed that.
Yeah, totally.
So thank you very much.
I'm sorry,
Jessica.
we divvied up into different teams. So I sent them because they're a father and a son, and then You know, I had a group of 3, and then there was me and my assistant Kim. So I apologize that it was men. Count overnight, and that right there is the exact reason I was like, no, I'm not going to put any of my team in danger, and send them out when people are camping when they feel they need to protect themselves. In the middle of the night.
Exactly.
And they actually want us knocking on doors, waking people in the night. We started in the morning because we felt like that was more respectful of people's
I agree with you.
Yeah. Feel free to have
No,
a
no,
seat.
no, no.
I feel like I'm being rude.
No, please, don't.
Either way.
Oh, I like those.
Do you want one? That's
No.
I was hoping.
I don't need anything, actually.
No, but they're good. What size do you wear?
I am a minimalist. You know what?
You can't go wrong with camping.
I am a minimalist. I don't want anything.
Okay. I love it. I took one home. There's
No, I trust you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jessica, for taking a couple of minutes to answer my questions.
Yeah, so another
I was very scared.
Yeah. How long
was
have you
very
been here
scared.
from?
A couple of weeks.
Have you ever been before or no?
Well, in December I was here for a week, but
Okay. All right. And they let they do snowboarding, birding,
Right.
so they'll go like Ely,
Exactly.
and then they come down here.
exactly.
And we're down here freezing. They're like, hey, this is much nicer.
Jessica, thank you very
No
much.
problem,
Thank
honey.
you.
I appreciate you stopping by to talk with me. That really,
Thank you.
it's good insight to have because we do it once a year, so it's good to know for next year. And
Yeah, at least the
Yeah.
vulnerability of being a female.
so maybe next year we'll divvy my teams up, 1 male, 1 female, or something.
Just that.
I
So,
took my assistant with me
Thank
because it
you.
was her first year, so and it was their first year.
Yeah, that
so.
is tough work.
It is. I spent 12 hours. I thought I don't know if you can see. I got a little sunburn
No,
and I was
it's
shocked.
okay.
12 hours, and it is because you look well put together. I would feel so good walking up to you
Right.
at your site, saying, "Hey, here's what we're doing."
He didn't recognize
But,
me because yesterday my hair was all with the wind
Yeah,
and
me
everything.
too.
My
I
hair
didn't
was
even-
all tangled. So
And
thank
I
you
have
very
5
much.
kids, so their hair is
Thank
always
you.
beautiful. Mine's always uncombed. So, and then there's other ones. We walk up, they're clearly intoxicated. Gosh, I
Of
was
coured.
screamed at. I was
course.
cried at.
Yeah,
So I
your
would have
job
been happy
is not easy. I
stumbling
agree.
upon you. Do you have pets with you and stuff too?
No,
or-
no.
Oh man, a lot of people do.
No,
I love
I-
meeting when they have companion
Right.
pets. That's my favorite. I met a big, huge bulldog, the fattest bulldog I've ever seen, and then a really nice shepherd. Another guy had a Chihuahua named Vader, and he was like the funniest thing ever.
No, I was just
Yeah,
scared
so-
by 2 guys that went
Well, that's
into
good
my
insight for
campsite,
me. So thank you.
And
Yeah.
I wanted to see if it
Yeah.
was legit.
So I gave them that particular area, just so you know, because I do feel like it's kind of the outskirts, and it was their first year because I didn't want them being intimidated by anybody
And,
either.
if no one else has said that to you before,
You're the very first, so
that's okay then.
yeah, yep.
You're
and,
doing it okay.
A lot of them know us. So like anybody who's snowboarded here before, were surveyed last year. It's normally done in January, right in the beginning of the year. But half the people that were supposed to go out and count in the state of Nevada had COVID at that time, so we had to
sure.
move it to February. Yeah, so and it's really it does benefit us big time. And then what we can also do is when we're submitting grants, we can say like to try to get grant money. Like on this particular day when we did our point in time count for the state of Nevada, we showed
So much. Yeah.
212 people that woke up unsheltered or not connected to services.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they know somewhere in there. Some people are choosing the wanderer's path. They want to visit.
BLM
They
land.
want to.
I mean,
Yeah.
BLM land is so popular with.
Yeah. Yep. So
With
they
all
know
of
that
us.
some of that, but
Yeah.
there is a huge majority that is just people living
Right.
homeless.
Hey, Jessica.
No problem. And just so you know, since
Yes.
you're out there, anytime you're in Pahrump, if you come over here with us, we can always give you shower vouchers for the shower room down there. Did you know there is a shower room?
No.
I know. See, that's why it's good to talk
I
to
take
me.
baths. I take baths in my van.
Yeah, yeah, but a good shower. You look good. That's why I say you look good. That's why I was asking if you knew about it.
I am very clean.
And I met a lot of people that live in there. Another guy lived in his van, cleanest guy I talked to all day yesterday. He's like,
Huh.
yeah, he said he does a little bleach sponge baths, but
Oh well, no.
I was like, that's pretty hardcore, buddy.
That is bad for
That's why I
him.
said it's not good for your microorganisms, okay?
So, what is the criteria for the shower?
Nothing. We just all we do is have
Anybody
you
can
do our
come?
client paperwork, and then you're for 1 year you're considered a client here.
The reason
come
why
in.
I ask you is in April. Have you ever heard of the HAWA, the Homes on Wheels? Have you ever heard of Bob Wells?
Out here, you mean?
No.
No.
Bob Wells.
Okay.
Bob Wells is on YouTube.
Oh,
He
okay,
has
yep.
500,000 followers.
Is he the one that does the travel, like traveling? Yes, someone
And
else told me about
he
him.
showed in the movie Nomadland,
Yeah.
those kind of things.
Yeah.
In April, they're having an event here.
Here in Pahrump?
Yep. In BLM land.
Interesting. Okay.
So
I'll have to look it up. Is it on his YouTube?
Home on Wheels.
Home on Wheels. Okay. Bob
Home
Wells.
on
Home on
Wheels.
Wheels. Yeah, that's cool.
Home on Wheels Alliance, actually.
Okay.
It's HAWA. No, what I say is I have a couple of friends there that will be here in April. Can I tell them to come to you for a
yeah,
shower?
we'd love to meet him. Yeah, just tell him to come ask for
Excellent.
Jessica. You have my card, right? Did they give you
I
my
do
card?
have your card
Yeah,
here.
so this is
Yep.
my cell phone number in here. You're
Yep.
welcome to pass that along to him too.
Excellent.
And yeah, it's just, and you can, if you want, we can even, I can give it to you, and if you decide you want to use it, just bring it back to me.
No,
I'll
as I
get you the
said, I am
vouchers.
super comfortable with
Yeah,
my own
we give
system.
2 vouchers a week for shower. It's just literally that roundabout, make a right, and it's at the Horizon Market down there.
Oh yeah,
just 'cause
I
that's
have
one
heard
our
of the
popular-
Horizon.
And
Yeah.
then we also do laundry vouchers. So if anyone wanted to
perfect.
not pay out of pocket for laundry, we can give them
Right.
2 loads of
I
laundry a
don't
week
think
too.
they will have the need for that because
Yeah.
they can put gas in their car
Yep.
to move
Yeah, yeah,
around.
yeah.
So
Yep.
that is not the
But
big
if they
deal.
needed it,
But finding a
feel free to
place
let
where
us know.
to have a shower, that is
Yes,
that
let
is
us
a
know.
treat.
Every once in a while, yeah, it's good for the soul to just get in there and do the
Absolutely.
deal, right? Yeah. Nope, I've
Thank
lived
you
off
so
grid
much.
before, so I totally know, yeah. But anything else or any other questions that come up, call me or shoot me a text, okay?
I'll be around. Thank
All
you,
right, nice to
Jessica.
meet you, honey.
So as you see, this is not about the first impression I got. This is about, and this is very important for everybody who is trying to have this type of life. By not being in a house, brick and mortar, we are unsheltered. That is the key word. We are unsheltered. So for the state of Nevada, if anyone else knows the law in their states, that would be amazing to know. And I would love to make a video with you, both of us together, explaining what you find out. Because in Nevada, and I guess it must be similar in many states, if you're not in a house, you're unsheltered. And that is the key word. So now we know, not only we are legally homeless, but even if we don't want to be treated as homeless, we do fall into the category of unsheltered. And that I have to agree with. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, that helps a lot. And ring the notification bell so you know when I upload new material. And give me your comments. I love the conversations with you. Thank you so much for being here. You have a great day. Take care.